Hey now, welcome to FreedomSufferer Cards video number 708. I said that means we are coming to you again from the future. Oh man. Tell him, man, tell him. Randy, I'll get to it. And today, I said, bam! We will continue the NHL Playoff Preview with Round 3. We are at the Final Four. Conference Finals, man. Oh, man. And was it crazy? There was a lot to talk about, but we'll try to keep it short. We are left with one more game tonight at the day that I'm filming this, so I don't know who the final team will be. It'll be in the West, as the Las Vegas Golden Knights just beat the Oilers, eliminating them. Game 7, Kraken versus the Stars. Oh man, I cannot wait. So before we break down the matchups, which we will start with the East, as I said, man, Carolina will be going up against the Florida Panthers. How the teams got there. I will start with Florida because that was madness. It was madness. I like the Panthers. For those of you that don't yet know, I am a huge Panthers fan, but I'm a diehard Leafs fan first and foremost. I wasn't happy to see them battle each other out, but a little bit of me knew that at least one of those teams was going to go through. If it wasn't the blue and white, I was happy it was Florida. But how it happened, oh man. For those of you out there, there are plenty of Leaf fans, even more Leaf haters out there, that have been chiming in, bringing the rain down, man. Static? Plenty of static, Randy. I know. They are bringing the static down. Saying things like, the Leafs don't care, they didn't want it enough, they tuned out their coach, fire the GM, trade Matthews, trade Marner, trade Morgan Riley. These are the same people that said, bench Morgan Riley, bench Matthews. Leafs are better without them. Complete mental insanity, man. It is, Randy. It is. The Leafs played well. They outplayed Florida in everything except for the final score. And that happens. Against Tampa, they did not outplay Tampa, but they beat them. These things happen. It's important to remember it's a game. And to say that they weren't trying hard enough. They led in blocked shots, body checks. Akiari, come on, man. If you don't like your coach and you don't have the passion, you're not going to jump in front of 100 mile an hour plus slap shots. Are you? Are you going to take that many pucks? They were blocking shots like crazy. They were hitting. They were playing with breaks and bruises like everybody else, man. They brought it. And I think it's about time that they get the respect, at least from me. I'm always letting it be known. The only series that the Leafs lost in the last while that bothered me was Columbus, because the effort wasn't really there. But all the other ones against Montreal, they were smoking them in overtime and they lost. They were big saves. It wasn't because they weren't trying hard enough. Everything they had to go through by losing their John Tavares, nearly broken neck. They still went to 7 games. They played well in most of those games. Definitely better than the Habs did, but the Habs won. Kudos. Only one team could win every year. And hockey is pretty much 50-50 luck and skill. And this is what happens. What you don't need is the controversies that happened this past round to many teams, with Leafs and the Oilers, namely. Who knows why, man? Who knows, man? Maybe a little bit of a conspiracy, man. Yeah, maybe. Now that there's gambling in the game, there is a microscope on it like never before. You got things like video replays where you could track everything if you want. The Leafs scored a goal that was taken away when it crossed the line. It crossed the line, and if you had goal line technology, it would not have taken longer than 2 seconds, but they still ended up tying the game, and in overtime. Who dis? who was controversial enough. Again, I'm a huge fan of a lot of the people that crossed the lines this time, so it was hard to watch. But Kudus, clear interference on Yarncroc and held the stick on top of that, creating mass confusion. 0 penalty on the play, and they proceed to score. So it is yet another year of controversy. Like the last year against Tampa Bay, where their goal was taken away and a clear interference goal in overtime stood and Tampa won. It happened again. So I ask you, Leaf fans and haters, to have a little bit of mercy and show a little bit of respect to a team that blocked shots like no other and threw hits fearless. You're not going to be breaking it down and trading the core and firing a GM that brought all of the weapons and barely gave up any of the futures this time, and somehow managed to get a first-round pick out of it. Or a coach who's helped in the process as well get the Leafs further than they have been in 19 years. And respect to the Panthers, who, yes, played dirty, but they got it done. That's all I'm going to say on that.
All right, man. Well said, man, but I would have dropped a few elbows on a few people, man.
I know, Randy. I know you. All right. So we're going to start with the Florida Panthers. And leading the way is Mr. Matthew Tkachuk, as said star power, man. He was known to be a thorn, but to be honest, compared to Gudas and Bennett, yeah, Bennett has a couple of Bs. Well, this guy was actually, for the most part, not doing much of that dirty stuff in comparison. It was pretty wild. He is a true leader. He's got 16 points in 12 games, 5 goals and 11 assists. He's a plus 10. He's a plus 10. He's got 1 game winner. And it was not against the Leafs, against Boston. But everything starts with Mr. Tkachuk. He is as effective all around the ice as you can hope for, and a playoff performer, man. Someone who is a big-time thorn, as I say every time, choose him as a game breaker, time and time again, man. 12 games played, 5 goals, 7 assists. He's got 12 points. Point a game, he's a plus 7. He had 3 game winners. 3 game winners so far in these playoffs. My goodness, man. What can you expect from him? Big-time player. Telling you. He had 1 against the Leafs, 2 against Boston. Outstanding. Outstanding big-time, big-game player, man. Then you got my favorite forward on the team, Alexander Barkov. Outstanding two-way player. Beautiful. Blue line auto, numbered to 25. I love Barkov, so I got a couple. This one, numbered to 265. Alexander Barkov. What he did, now, I still think he's playing hurt, because he doesn't quite look the same, but he is legit, absolutely useful every play. I'm telling you, man. 12 games played, 9 points, so under a point a game. 2 of those were goals, plus 3. He's usually even higher than that. No game winners, but very reliable everywhere on the ice, and he is the unsung leader of that team. Yes, Tkachuk gets all the noise, man, but Barkov just quietly does what he does. Bennett. Always choose him as a game breaker, and he was in many ways. 2 N's, 2 T's, and if you cross your eyes, there's 2 B's, man. Come on. Come on. What he did was create complete chaos, which he did against Boston as well. 11 games played, 8 points on top of that, 4 goals, 4 assists. He's a plus 8, no game winners, but he's been what he's always been. When he's healthy, he's a playoff dude. But will he cross the line against the big bearded Burns? We'll see, man. We'll see. There's a couple of beards going on right now. This guy does not have much of one. Sam Reinhart. 12 games played, 8 points, 6 goals, plus 2. 1 game winner, though. And a huge game winner it was. It was against the Leafs. We got Mr. Anton Lundell. 7 points, 1 goal, 6 assists, plus 4. No game winners, but he created problems. He gave the Leafs some headaches. Keep an eye out for him, man. But really, where they were getting some much-needed offense came from their defensemen. Bam! Brandon Montour. Every chance he had, he was joining the rushes. It was making odd man rushes where you thought it was evened out or even to your favor on defense. But bam! Out of nowhere. Brandon Montour has been picking up his game, not known for his defensive end, but he's been pretty solid there too, +2. But 9 points in 12 games. Goodness, as a defenseman, 6 of those were goals. The offense from the defense, that was a huge thing from both Riley and Brandon Montour. We got Ekblad, who coming into this had no points. But now, with this Foyley underwater madness, man, all he did, pick up 4 points. 5 points, actually. 1 goal. It was a +6. Back to the Ekblad we're used to seeing, man. Gustav Forsling, 5 points. 1 game winner, man. From the defense. That's what I'm talking about. And then you got this guy. Radko Gudas, who only had 3 points. But coming into that series, he only had 1 point, so he already doubled that production. But let's be serious here. What he brought was madness and cheating. And that helped his team big time. So Radko Gudas is on that list as a top 4 defenseman for good reason. And then in goal, oh man, we're talking all world.
Hold on, man. Go on. Talking all world, yeah.
Randy, what are you talking about? What is that? Got Bobrovsky here. Focus on the goalies. Look at that focus, Bobrovsky. Huge. Everyone thought he was done. $12 million. Man. 2 worlds. The one where he was an overpriced goalie and the one where he's bringing it. My goodness, but...
Oh, man!
Randy, you're going to take his legs out? Come on, man.
Bam! 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 Down, man! Yeah!
All right. Settle down. Radko Gudas. He's okay. We were at Bobrovsky. Check this out. Foyley. I got loads of Bobrovsky, like I said. I am a Panthers guy for a while as well. The ink on Bobrovsky. It gives me an opportunity to show a little bit more, but look at this beauty. This one's going to have to come out. Look at this beauty. We got this Sergei Bobrovsky nameplate signature, number to 150. Very, very cool. Very, very cool, but look at this one, man. Outstanding. Beautiful. Game used patch card with the seam. Oh, man. Number to 7, to lucky number 7. He has been beyond lucky. Ridiculous is what he's been. After having the lion's share, Mr. Alex Lyon, whose 3 wins, or 3 games played, only produced 1 win and 2 losses against Boston. Once it was time for the old man to bring in his old tricks, he has not looked back. His numbers. I'm telling you, he's reliving his youth. 10 games played, 7 wins, 2 losses. As he was pulled and one of them did not get or came in from the lion's share. Yep. Now he's got the lion's share. Goals against average 2.82. Not outstanding, but still under 3. That save percentage, 918. Wow. Just outstanding. And the saves that he's making, the expected goals, those chances, he's just shutting the door down. Will he be the difference? Because he's going up against a great goalie himself. I mean, don't forget that Freddie Anderson. Just wait till you hear his numbers. And one of the guys I chose as a game breaker, Anthony Duclair, big goal, in that series against the Leafs. He's a -5, but in 11 games, he's got 6 points. 2 of those are goals. He's quick. He works hard. Aggressive on the forecheck. Expect him again as a game winner. Possibly to finally come on his stick, man. But expect him again to create those problems. Can't talk. Zach Dalby, I picked him as a game breaker. But yeah, he has 1 goal in 9 games. He's a -2. But still, he looked dangerous at times because your defense is loading up against your star players, and Dalby's been sticking around the league in and out. But no, he's at the big show. Don't forget about Luosterainen. 12 games played, 5 points, +3. He had a game winner. 2 goals. But this guy, Nick Cousins, got the goal that eliminated the Leafs. 6 points in 12 games played, 2 goals, 4 assists, +1. Nick Cousins. So I'm putting him as a game breaker. Cannot be denied, man. All right. Now they're injuries. Ryan Lundberg is expected back on the 24th. Are they even going to use him? I don't know about that. I don't know. You got Patrick Hornquist. Concussions, not expected back. Spencer Knight, not coming back. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's hard to go against the Panthers. They've beat both the Leafs and, of course, the best regular season team of all time, Boston. So we'll see what Carolina's got, because they're up right now. They are up. One of the former Canes, by the way, Eric Stahl, also on the Panthers, always dangerous. You never know what you could get from him. All right, man. Now it is time. Who got here by what many consider to be an upset, just ran over the New Jersey Devils. It's crazy. I predicted the Devils to win in 5. So I got the 5 part right anyway. But the Carolina Hurricanes were the ones to do it. And led by this man, Sebastian Aho.
Foily, dazzle me, man, dazzle me, yeah.
11 games played, 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points. +5, he had a game winner.
All right, man. All right.
And then we got an 11 games played with 10 points, Martin. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a card of his. I just can't find it. He was also +5, 3 goals, 7 assists.
Man.
Just climbing the ladder without Svechnikov. I said this before. You're going to need some people to pick it up, man. This is one of them. Jesper Fast, man. Jesper Fast. 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points in 11 games. +5, 2 game-winning goals, and I chose him as a game breaker. For good reason. 2 game winners. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, my teams that I picked to win didn't do well, but the game breakers still did. Gotta take something, man. Take it while you can. Jordan Stahl, 11 games played, 8 points. No game winners, but 2 goals. He had 6 points in 5 games against the Devils. If you could just understand what experience could do for you. You got Kotkaniemi, who has been called out repeatedly, and I stuck by him, keeping him as a game breaker, and finally he's in the top 6 in points. Supposed to be a top 6 forward. He's finally there after that performance against the Devils, where he now has 6 points in 11 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. He's a -3, but a game winner. Chosen as a game breaker. Absolute performance that we've been waiting for. And on defense,
Bearding it all day, you know.
Brent Burns, 11 games played, 8 points, +8. Look at this number to 1,000. He is as key as it gets for the Hurricanes defense. Come on, man. Come on. Why am I putting the Hurricanes pile there? Brett Pace, 11 games played, 6 points, 2 goals, 4 assists, -2. Their defense is outstanding. Jacob Slavin, 11 games played, 6 points. He's +14. No game winners, but +14. You're definitely stopping more than you are and scoring more than you are letting in. Shane Gostisbehere, he's got 3 points. None of those are goals. He's played 11 games, he's a -2, but always solid. They're just a solid team. They have a great system, and they play it well. And in goal, Freddie Anderson, who's now healthy. 6 games played, 5 wins. These are the numbers I'm talking about coming up here. No losses. Goals against average of 1.8. You score 2 goals, you're winning with that number. Save percentage of .931. 93%. 93.1%. He did not have a shutout, but come on. You need one when you're playing like that? Outstanding numbers. If he could stay healthy, this is a different series. Antti Ranta, he was pretty good too. Goals against average of 2.59, a save percentage of .906. He, in 5 games, had 3 wins and 2 losses. Still a winning record, man. So if he's needed, he could get that job done. And of course, Chekhov played 1 game. If they need him, if Anderson gets hurt and Ranta gets hurt, this is where it could be scary. Played 1 game. His goals against average is 6.15. So you're going to have to score more than 6 goals to win that game with that number. Come on, man. Save percentage of .818. Not good. Not good at all. As you could imagine, he had a loss in that 1 game he played. And another one of my game breakers,
the lead singer from Kiss, man. Come on, bring him in. Paul Stastny, yeah.
Randy, we've gone over this.
I know, man. He doesn't wear the makeup anymore, man. Come on, man. Get with it, man.
Randy, we're not gonna... Paul Stastny, not Paul Stanley. 11 games played, 3 goals, 3 points. No assists there. -2, but he does have a game winner. He's staying on my game breaker list, man. Reliable player both ways, too. Don't forget about that. Then we got Newson. Another guy I can't seem to find a card with. Another game winner. 11 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists for a total of 6 points. Nikash, who took a step backwards after taking a step forwards, man. 11 games played, he's got 6 points. 4 goals, though. He also has a game winner. You would be foolish to think that this guy has completely slowed down. But this one, the only game breaker that I've chosen for the entire run of the Hurricanes who has not yet gotten anything done. Puljujarvi, in 7 games played, he has 1 assist, he's -3, no goals. That's a beautiful seam on that patch, though. Will he finally do something? I'm keeping him on the game breaker list because the deeper you go into the playoffs, the more unlikely the hero will be. It's usually how it goes. Toivo Teravainen, he's got to come back. He's got to come back, man. He's day-to-day. Expected back 17th. So they could use him. That's for sure. Svechnikov will not be coming back. I've been mentioning that for a while, but something that may yet happen. In this beauty of a card. Rookie autograph. Die cut. Numbered to... I don't remember what it was numbered to. Oh, 199, man. Patches. He's expected back. If they take a deeper run, he will be back. He's been battling his Achilles issue. He's been on the LTIR. May 30th, though, is the expected return date. People that will not be returning, no chance. Jake Gardiner on his hip. We got Kashe, concussion, and Svechnikov. They will not be coming back, so they got to do it with the team they've got. They have been getting it done. They looked extremely impressive against the Devils. All things considered here, it's a very tough series for me to call. Like I said, it's hard to go against the Panthers, who have beat Boston and Toronto so far. But I am picking the Carolina Hurricanes to win this in 6. I sort of hope I'm wrong. because there's a lot of guys I love on that Panthers team, but it's a little bitter at the moment to think of someone like Gudas right now getting to the finals.
Come on, man.
But I love Barkov. It's tough. And there's a lot of solid players on the Hurricanes that deserve a cup too. Let's just hope we see a clean series, as clean as possible. And yeah, it doesn't matter who wins. That's my prediction for the East.
All right.
And now the West.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
We know one team. We know one team that's in. That's Las Vegas Golden Knights. Another one of those guys that I love, huge fan of, Pietrangelo. He's another one of those guys who crossed the line. How the Vegas Golden Knights got there against the Oilers. It was a tough series, over in 6. I predicted that the Oilers were going to win that series. So again, I got the 6 right, the wrong team. Again, 0-3. 0-3 so far of my predictions. My goodness, man. Now this is another one of those tough, absolute bad blood in there. Lots of things being said. And lines were crossed by players that I'm a fan of. And in this case, Alex Pietrangelo against the Oilers at some point felt he had to take liberties and justice into his own hands, man, because he was getting taken advantage of, according to what he was saying, that the people were going after him, the Oilers were going after him, hitting him a little late. Too bad, man. That's the way it goes. I'm sorry, but that is the way it goes. There wasn't exactly some boarding going on or crazy dirt or after the whistle like Gudas on a delayed penalty. So I don't really understand what was going on there, but at one point in time, he decided to go after the classy Leon Draisaitl, who was on a pace to smash the record already in only the second round, with a baseball swing directly to the arm. It's a miracle it wasn't broken. Who knows if it was, because he didn't score after that. Who knows? But he got a 1-game suspension, and if it had been Kane or even Bunting with the Leafs or anybody, it would have been like 5 games at least. If it was in a regular season, maybe even longer. But there's a controversy that the Oilers fans truly believe played a significant role, and I gotta agree with them. But that being said, they still had their opportunities, just like the Leafs. The Leafs couldn't score on the power plays they had in their last game. The Oilers, after having Campbell come in relief, he had 45 saves out of 47 shots. He never got a start, and that's a decision that may haunt the Oilers fans because Skinner didn't have his greatest moments. And in the end, with all the controversy aside, I believe the Leafs and the Oilers still should have won their series, and they didn't. And we're left here with 2 teams that deserved it and played apparently the way you have to play, knowing you're not going to get suspended or penalized. Why not? And we got the hated Vegas Golden Knights. I don't hate them, but a lot of people do, because of how they do business, how they treat their players, and how they treated all the other GMs in the league when they came in. But they have been extremely successful in their few years they've been here. In a few seconds from now, we will know who Vegas will be going up against.
Right about now, man.
It will be the Dallas Stars.
Oh, man.
The Western Conference Finals are set. Las Vegas Golden Knights up against the Dallas Stars. It will be a Southern experience this time around. I'm sure Gary Bettman loves that one. And the Kraken. The tentacles have been untangled after the Stars were stuck in those tentacles. They have found a way. They have been correct the whole year, man. Those tentacles have been correct. Almost took them to the Final Four. But what Dallas had were some big-time players, some big names. And the Kraken didn't really have any of that. They just had an amazing team effort. They almost tied it up with like 17 seconds left. is when they got their first goal. And you would think there's no chance, but they almost did. So congratulations goes out to all 4 teams. And to the Kraken as well. Like I said, nothing to hang your heads about. What a great year. Please raise those tentacles in celebration, man. The future is looking bright. Matty Beniers, come on, man. Come on. Wyatt Johnson got the game-winning goal after stripping the Lexiakian Kraken, man, who had a great game himself, but that's not his greatest moment. And that's pretty much all that determined the difference, was that one goal. What a tight series. Outstanding. The only one to get to 7 games. There has not been a sweep all playoffs long, which is weird. It's been pretty tight. Even the series that ended quickly, a lot of those games were close. All right, man. So we're going to break down the 2 teams individually now as they face off against each other. We're going to start with Las Vegas Golden Knights. Oh, man. Oh, man. We were talking about Eichel, who had to pick up his game after round 1. And he was just at a point a game. He needed to get that ego again, man. Activate the big head. And he did just that. Big head mode activated.
Acid star power, man.
10 games. He managed to pick himself up 12 points, 13 points. There you go. That's more like it. He was a +3. He didn't have a game winner, but he did get 6 goals. Look at this foily. Dang! 1 of 1 custom for the dang Poles. Jack Eichel picking it up. And Stone, their big names, have been their big names at this point. This is usually what happens as the playoffs go on. Numbers will start to pile up in the right direction. Look at this beauty. Number to 95 here. Mark Stone, premium 95 goal insert, man. Crazy 3-color patch. Outstanding card that it is. He is an outstanding player. In 10 games, over a point a game, he's got 12 points. 5 goals, 7 assists. He's a +4. Chose him as a game breaker early on, and he's still doing it, man. He's got a game winner. That was in round 1. So you know he could always get another one, man. And then in the 3rd place of points, forward points here, you got Chandler Stevenson, who's been nothing but consistent all year long. 6 goals in 10 games. He also had a point a game. He had 4 assists as well to get 10 points in 10 games as a +2 and 2 game-winning goals. All right, man. He did get 1 in each series so far. And then, of course, we've talked about him. He was also chosen as a game breaker. The member of the Barba Papa family, Barbashev, pulling out some Barba tricks. He had in 10 games, 7 points, +3, 4 goals and 3 assists. I said, Barbashev, bringing out all those tricks, man. And William Karlsson, 10 games played, 7 points as well, 4 goals and 3 assists as well. He's a +3. No game winners, but looking like his old dangerous self again. And the guy that was called out because he was not really getting on the scoreboard, but now he is. Coming in at number 6 in the top 6 points, we got Jonathan Marchessault. I said, he's got himself a game winner now, +6, 2 goals, one of them as a game winner. Can't go wrong, man. Also 7 points in 10 games. Pretty good. Top 6 points there, more what you would expect to see. And on defense, the man in question, Mr. Controversy himself. Watch out for that sticky and that wrist. I said down, man. Possibly broken after that one. 9 games played, 0 goals, 6 assists. So he's got 6 points, man. +2, no game winners, of course, if you don't get any goals. But he's best known for keeping things calm, being outstanding in his own zone. And a bit of a lumberjacker now, too. Shea Theodore, I said, star power, love this guy. 9 games played, 4 assists, 4 points, no goals, again, no goals, man. +3, though. That's what you like to see. Of course, you got Nicholas Hague, who's stuck at 2 points in 10 games. He's a +4. He does have a game winner. His only goal scored was a game-winning goal. And in net. They had the goalie carousel going on, all kinds of injuries to Logan Thompson. They picked up Jonathan Quick, who hasn't gotten in there yet. Then they had Laurent Brossoit, who was looking real good, man. 8 games played, 5 wins, 2 losses, a goals against of .319, which isn't great, but as long as you get the win in the playoffs, that's really what matters. His save percentage is almost at 900, 894, but then he got hurt. We were talking about that depth that's been tested all year. Mr. Adin Hill came in. He put up some solid numbers in 4 games played, 2 wins, 1 loss. Then he had a goals against average of 2.26, much better than Brossoit, and save percentage of 927. Love it. He gave the Oilers some problems. Mr. Adin Hill made that hill to climb a lot steeper, man. All right, and the game breaker. I chose him early on, and I've stuck to this man. Not many people knew about him. Michael Amadio was making sure that you do. 9 games played, 5 points, 2 goals. He's a +4, but one of those goals was a game winner. He's staying on my game breaker list, man. Bringing in a new one this time, who's looked great on defense. I've always loved Mr. Zach Whitecloud. I said, check that out. He's got 3 points. He's a +5. Can't go wrong. 1 goal, 2 assists. I do see him getting a game-winning goal in this series. Call me crazy, man. And we're going on hot dogging. Bam! Hot dogs, hot dogging it, man. Phil Kessel, bringing those hot dogs. He's only played 4 games. He's got 2 points in those 4 games. It's an average of half a point a game. Not bad at all for the old man. +2, no game winners. Expect him, though, to get in. Got that number to 75. Expect him to get in and do that signature hot dogging, man. Playoff performing. Look at that. Phil Kessel hot dog signature. He's always dangerous. And another guy who has not played. He's not been called upon yet. I want him to. He's played 1 game. Teddy Bluger. He's meant for the playoffs. He's numbered Bluger rookie to 149 ice premieres. Acetate. Come on, man. Teddy Hockey's got to get in there. He's staying on my game breaker list. For good reason. All right, man. Don't forget about William Carrier, of course, and Riley Smith. Always dangerous. And their injuries, aforementioned goalie injuries. Logan Thompson expected back on the 16th of May, so they're getting healthy, man. And Brossoit also on the same day. They're both lower body day to day. Both expected to be ready. So all of a sudden, they have a plethora of goalie depth. Getting healthy at the right time. The other 2 that will not be coming back. We got Nolan Patrick. He's got an upper body injury. Well, they may get him in July, if they're still there. If hockey's still going on with like a 50 overtime game 7, who knows, man. And Robin Leonard with his hip. He'll be coming back in September next year. So there you have it, man. That's the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And how are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that goalie depth? And those bright lights, man. Well, you got to turn the heat up. You got to bring it like Dallas Stars have been doing. And it all starts with this, man. Rope hints. I said 13 games played, 19 dang points, man. +5, 9 goals and 10 assists. No game-winning goals, but that is an old-school playoff-type performance. Look at this old-school tribute card of Rope hints, man. Loving his performance so far. Another guy who's had a pretty good performance, but really not scoring, and he usually is a scoring machine. He's got 13 games played, only 2 goals, just under a point a game though. He's got 10 assists, for a total of 12 points in 13 games. He's +1, no game winners from him either. And then Mr. Max, I said Max Domi, man. Looking to be a great pickup, 13 games played, 11 points. He does have 3 goals. Not too bad. He's a -1. No game-winning goals, but he's looking dangerous on the ice. A guy who's no stranger to playoff performances. 13 games played. Mr. Jamie Benn. Check this out. 2 goals, 8 assists. He's got 10 points. +2. No game winners from their top 4 forwards so far in the playoffs. Well, that's not that strange. If you see this guy coming in at number 5, due to injuries, only played 8 games, but in those 8 games, he has 8 goals, 2 assists for a total of 10 points in 8 games. He's +1, but he has 3 game-winning goals. I said, star power, man. He is definitely shaking off that reputation of choking and not being able to go deep with a performance like that, man. And then you've got Evgeny Dadonov. 13 games played, 9 points, 4 goals, and 5 assists, +6. He's got a game-winning goal. All right. And on defense, bam! Miro Heiskanen, the amazingly impressive superstar defenseman. 13 games played, 9 points, but all of those are assists. You would expect him to have a few goals by now. +1. That would be a good time to get his first of the playoffs. Then you got Harley, who in 13 games played, 1 goal, 6 assists. He's turning it up.
Yep.
+4. Can't find a card of his at the moment. I know I have one, though.
And bam!
Barnaby Farnham's at the moment had him at the time of this card. But he is now doing his thing with the Dallas Stars. Check this out, man. No goals either. 13 games played.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
13 games played, 0 goals, 3 assists. He's a -1, but he's got that experience. He's helping out in a big way, man. Let me fix this after that. Camera got knocked. But let's be honest, everything starts and stops with this guy, man. Jake Ottinger, absolute star power. 13 games played, 8 wins, 5 assists. Sometimes he's looking unhuman, man. It is insane what he's been doing. Goals against average of 2.75, which is relatively high for him in his playoffs. And a save percentage of .903. 1 shutout. He nearly escaped with a shutout in Game 7. 17 seconds away from getting a shutout. I mean, the Kraken solved him, though. So will they give Vegas some game tape to see what they did? They pulled him twice. That does not happen often, and it happened twice in the playoffs where Jake Ottinger was pulled because the Kraken were too much, man. So this guy had to come in those games. Scott Wedgwood did see some playoff time finally. 2 games, no wins, no losses. They were both in relief. Goals against average of 3.4 and a save percentage of .833. Not great numbers. Not great numbers. He could play better than that, that's for sure.
All right, man.
And the Game Breakers chose this man as a Game Breaker, and what did he do? He won. He won the series Game 7 game winner. Cannot get any better than that. That's what you dream about playing street hockey, man. 13 games played, 6 points. However, 4 of those were goals. And he's got 2 game-winning goals, 1 per series. Love it. Outstanding performance by the youth. That will always take you further. And this guy who had an outstanding first round, Tyler Seguin, at times still looked really dangerous and other times looked not involved. But 13 games played, 9 points, 5 goals, 4 assists. Man, come on. -1, but 2 game winners. So when he is engaged, as we've seen twice already at least, you can win a game for you. He had a few amazing moves in Game 7 as well. I thought that was one of his best games played in the entire second round. We got Mason Marchment, 12 games as well. He's got 4 goals. No game winners. He's a -4. 6 points. Not too shabby. Always dangerous, though. So look for him to possibly get a game winner. And Kiviranta. I've been picking him. Still waiting for the game winner. He has 4 points in 9 games, though. Only 1 goal. Doesn't matter how many you get, though. Matters when you get them. All right. And Radek Faksa as well. I chose him. Chasing that cup. Look at that beauty of a patch. 13 games played, 3 points, only 1 goal, -5. No game winners, but I see it. I just have a vision. All right. And for injuries, they've got Kampa. Lower body, day-to-day expected back. Game 2, I believe it is. And you won't see Bichelle, you won't see Blumel. They're done. They're done for the year, man. But that is your injury report and the preview for both teams. Now I'm going to say, this is a hard one to predict, but I'm going to say that Dallas is going to take this one in 6. Justin from Keaton's of Fun, you will be happy to hear that, man. Dallas Stars will be going to the Stanley Cup Finals. You heard it here, man. You heard it here first. And not only that, they will be facing the Carolina Hurricanes. That is my prediction. Canes versus the Stars. All right, man. Of course, if it's Vegas versus Florida or Vegas versus, the Hurricanes, that's okay too. All of these matchups are something new. It should be really exciting. I cannot wait to see who wins. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a like. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts. What are your predictions? How did you do? If you've been making any predictions at all, man. I'd be interested in knowing who you think's going to win. All right. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of those around you. Do not put anybody in the danger zone. You would not want any
static, man. No.
And I will see you all soon.
Real freak out, man.
Who is that? Is that Sam Bennett?
Yeah, man. Hot diggity damn, Hulk. Bam, yeah.
Randy, that's the only Bennett card I have.
Yeah, man. No problem at all, man. You know how it goes, man. 2 N's, 2 B's, 2 T's, man, and 2 of these. Hold on, man. I got a sharp table there. Good job, man. Freedom, yeah. Come on, man. Give you a little bit of turnbuckle music, man. Here we go, man. 2 of these, 2. Bam, bam. 2 of these, 2. Bam, bam. Yeah! All right, man.
Madness, Randy. And I will see you all soon. Real soon.
You're still here again, man. All right, double-decker elbow it is, man. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right, man. Ooh, yeah! Down, down! Down, down! Man! Forces combine! Hot diggity damn Hulk! Yeah! Down, down! What?